Hey guys, what's going on? We have another Alliance War video today. Today we're going to be taking on BR JP, and we're going to be starting on path 9. So here we're boosting up for the Aegis intercept node, and I think I'm trying to decide what to do here. This war was a couple of days ago, so I'm kind of watching along with you and trying to remember what happened. So it looks like we have a Wasp here. And I'm going to be taking Ghost in. So for this node, we have to intercept 3 times before we can start doing any damage. So we're going to get those charges off of Wasp. And after that, it's just going to be a straightforward fight. The only thing we have to watch out for here is the backup recovery, which is when she drops below 50% health, she's going to gain a burst of power. So we're just going to be mindful of that and drop a special 2, and that's all it took. So that fight went well. And now we are going to scout the next fight. And this one turns out to be an Agent Venom on the hidden Aegis heavy node. So I'm really comfortable with this fight. The strategy with Ghost is going to be to back ourselves into the corner. And sometimes he's more cooperative than others. But we're going to bait out a heavy against the wall, and after that we are free to counter with a heavy of our own. So this strategy works against Agent Venom. It works against champions like Kingpin, who you can't parry reliably, Rogue. So after this, again, this is just going to be a straightforward fight. After we heavy him 3 times, we're just going to drop a couple special 2s, and that should finish it up. So that fight went well. We got the full attack bonus on it, and now we're going to move on to our next fight. We bypassed the mini bosses in the middle. I wasn't assigned either of them. And this is going to be path 5 in section 2, which is the toggle unblockable path again. So for this one, we're going to start out with a She-Hulk, and this fight's going to be really easy. You know, just phase when she's unblockable, and just do our best not to get hit. So I'm going to let this fight play out. There's not much to say about it. And then we'll check out the next fight. So for this fight, we have a rank 5 Gwenpool. Same node, toggle unblockable. And let's see what happens here. This one, I will say it's straightforward, but I do make a mistake. You can see here the way I'm playing. I completely forgot about the global node, which is dodge, and Gwenpool is a small champion. So for this one, I'm doing well, but I'm just hitting her like normal, and that's going to end up biting me right here. I get hit with a special 1, and I am able to recover after this, but that did catch me off guard a little bit. So again, there's not a whole lot to say about this fight. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. I changed up the way that I was playing a little bit to make sure she wasn't evading. And right here, after she throws her special, we're going to finish with a special 2, and that'll finish this fight. So this fight here, this is going to be the shared mini boss on the toggle unblockable lanes, and this is going to be, I believe, the next day while I was at work, and we're going to have an OG Spider-Man. I'm checking his SIG level here. I always do that with him to see how much he is going to be evading. But this fight also starts out with him immune to all debuff effects. So that's going to be no parrying, which doesn't really matter a whole lot with Ghost. But we're just going to slow play this fight, hit him once, build to our specials, and just play as conservatively as possible. I'm pretty comfortable phasing his special one, and it's just going to be a couple hits here, and this fight's going to be over. So now we're all going to be moving up to this little cluster of mini bosses at the front of the map, and I usually take this fight. This is a debuff immune Quake, and the challenge with Quake usually is finding your first opening without having to bait out a heavy attack from her, which puts an aftershock on you. So with Ghost here, we're just going to play this fight like we normally would. She is a small champion, so I'm going to try to hit her as little as possible unless I have my, my crit passive up. And the rest of this fight, I will just let play out, and then we'll see where we go next. Okay, so that fight went well, and we're going to move on to our next mini boss. And originally I was going to be taking the stun immune and enhanced special 1 mini, but instead I was asked to take this Stark Spider-Man on Kinetic Reactor, Plagued Mind, and Limber. So this one, Ghost is a really good counter for. I'm just checking to make sure I'm recording. And we're going to go into this fight. So Stark Spider-Man is able to evade just on his own. And on top of that, we also have the dodge global here. So it seemed like every time I was trying to hit him without my crit passive up, he was evading. So I'm going to play this fight really slowly, and then we'll catch up at the end of this one. Alright, so we finished that fight. I definitely could have played it a little bit better, but we did get the full attack bonus, and that was my last fight of this war. We did end up losing to these guys. I think that we died quite a bit early on, and from there, we just never caught back up. So, congratulations to everyone, and we'll see you in the next war video.